So I do have a question here from Karis. I would like to know, Karis? How do you pronounce that?
I don't know.
Karis.
I don't know.
I don't know. Either way, it sounds like I'm saying it wrong.
Let me know in the comments. You're usually there.
Karis. Maybe it's something different. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry. I would like to know what happens when I place an order. I place an order on the website. What happens then? Who takes care of what? We get these cards, very nice by the way, that says who packaged the order, but what happens in between and how does it get started? Karis has a lot of questions here, apparently.
Did Karis actually say the Goulet Pen Company? Because
I don't know. Could be talking about anybody. Maybe Karis is just naturally a very curious person. So anyway, we use the opportunity to actually show some different folks here.
I went on site, Brian. I went out into the field.
Into the field.
Field reporter.
There you go. Drew, the field reporter here. So Drew walked around, talked to some of the folks on our team, just to show you there's a lot of magic that happens behind the scenes to get you all your wonderful orders. Just like snap your finger and it happens.
All right. So I'd like to go to Drew Brown in the field doing field work. All right, Drew, back over to you. Okay, so I am back in the warehouse now. I've teleported back here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of what exactly happens when you place an order and where it goes. But first, I need to show you where we store all of our Pilot Con 40 converters, because that makes sense, right? Let's see, we've got... There's Micah! Hi, Micah! Hi, Micah. And Jamelia. Hello, Jamelia. How you doing? Where's Katie? Katie! I need help. I need knowledge. And I believe you have it. So we got a question about what happens when someone places an order on our website. And you do that, right?
I do that every day.
Super. So when someone places an order, hey, Brandon. Is Brandon doing order things right now? Look at him go.
He has a cart full of totes, and he is picking a batch of orders currently.
So does that come through with paper, or is it some other witchcraft?
It doesn't. We used to use paper for order picking and order fulfilling, but now we have gone digital. So.
Brandon, you are digital now? That's what they tell me. Is that what that black thing is right there? Some sort of digital witch? Look at that. And do you just kind of like mosey around any which way, or is there a particular way things get pulled?
We start with aisle 1, and then we just do like a big S zigzag all the way through.
That sounds very efficient, Katie.
It is.
Is that a new thing or is that an old thing?
It's a newer thing. We started 2 years ago-ish, and so we're using Ship Hero and picking and fulfilling our orders all digitally.
That
so
sounds...
We are saving so much paper in this process.
And you're not going all which way over the warehouse. You're starting... So they pull multiple orders per cart, right?
Yes, the old way we used to pick one order at a time. We would get the invoice with the packing slip. We would go through the whole warehouse, pick the order, and then send it through the process. But now we can pick up to 50 orders at one time.
You fit 50 orders on that cart?
We can.
Wow. It doesn't seem like you could fit that many. 50 bins.
It's fulfillment magic.
Whoa. That's pretty cool. And then we've got aisles here. And look at him. He's zigzagging just like he said he was doing. He didn't fib at me. All right. And then so Brandon will just mosey all up and down until all... So those aren't 50, right? He doesn't have 50 on there right now, does he?
21.
20. Oh, wow. You already knew that. So he will just mosey all down each one of these.
Zigging and zagging.
Zagging and zigging.
Down the aisles.
Until he has them all pulled, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, look. It's Sandy.
Hi.
How's Sandy today?
I'm great, thank you.
Super. Me too. I love coming back here. Love seeing peoples.
So now we are going down to the end of the aisles towards our shipping area.
Ooh, look at this. Shipping stuff. Do you use this conveyor anymore?
We use it in the holidays because it is very efficient to pick our orders, send them down, and as you see, we have 3 shipping stations along the conveyor for optimal efficiency.
Cool. And we've got a fan too, in case things get a little toasty. But this is a very nicely climate-controlled warehouse, I will say.
Oh, absolutely. We've got heating and cooling. We have these lovely LED lights. We have all of these mats.
Cozy floor mats. So once Brandon has all his stuff pulled, they will be on one of these carts, and then he will begin packing it, or does a different person pack it?
We go back and forth, but currently we are having folks picking and shipping their own order. So there's fewer touch points, and they're using their own totes, their own equipment during, these times where it's better to, not be sharing a lot of equipment.
Well, what if Brandon pulls the wrong thing?
Well, that's okay. We have on our picking application here a process to kind of go back and QC, just to make sure that we are sending out the correct thing, because sending out your accurate shipment is very important.
That's super terrible.
Fast
But
and accurate.
now I have heard that we are actually pretty darn good at making sure we always send out the right stuff. Like we've got a pretty astonishingly low error rate where that's going, right?
Absolutely, we do.
That's rocking. I like that a lot. So I don't know if you know, Katie, but we are recording this a little early. But when this publishes, it will be Earth Day today. Earth Day! And we are not totally ignoring our planet Earth, right? We've got some packing stuff that is very Earth conscious, right? Do you know a lot about that?
We do. We have boxes, we have paper void, but we actually have someone who is very knowledgeable.
Is it Adam?
It is Adam.
Is
I
that
think you
Adam?
should go find
Let's
him.
go find Adam.
You're running.
Adam.
You're a scamper.
Adam. Hey.
There's scampering, it's Drew.
Yeah, I usually do scamper. Hey, I want to ask some questions about some
Sure.
packing supplies and green stuff,
Yeah, let's
but
talk about
not this wall, like different green stuff, like
Oh yeah.
other
Follow
green
you.
stuff. Yeah, follow me. I don't know where I'm going. I'm walking backwards. Don't let me get hurt, Adam.
That's not up to OSHA standards.
Yeah, well. Okay, so we don't use a ton of bubble wrap, as I see. I mean, we used to have bubble wrap everywhere, and now I don't even see it at all.
When I started almost 10 years ago, we pretty much exclusively used bubble wrap. We had some paper that we were using, but primarily we were using bubble wrap. And over the past few years, we've tried to be more conscious about what we're putting out with our orders and thinking more about sustainability. So we have reduced, not completely eliminated, but we have started in the past few years to use these paper machines. And we're trying to drill down to, as a team, how much stuff we're sending out with paper void fill. And what I can say is that last month, I'm sure it's higher than this number, but what I can say is that we definitively sent about 68% of our orders with only paper.
Dang.
And I know I know it's higher than that number because we have folks who exclusively now only use paper void fill in an effort to just reduce the amount of plastics that we're sending out.
Now, is that as safe as using plastic? Because
That's a really great question because we struggled with that early on. Like one thing that we take a lot of pride in and we put on our packer cards is that we like to pack with a slightly ridiculous amount of care.
I've heard that.
So letting go of those old standards was a tough thing, but we like to lead with the data. So we do measure feedback coming in from customers. How often are we getting reports of breakages? And
What's the result?
it's very, I mean,
Negligible?
very low. Yeah, our shipping accuracy is like 99.8%. So we're
So like that's like the amount of times we send out wrong items.
no, that's how often we get it right.
Oh, okay. So no, that's what I mean. Like, so obviously we don't send out 99% wrong.
Yeah,
So like, so that's insane. So like,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, and a lot of that's just that we've got a tenured and skilled team who care a lot about the work that we do. We care about our customers. We want to serve people well.
That's really rad. So after everything gets checked, so everything gets scanned, right? That's how it gets checked? If you like beep the barcode here?
Yeah, exactly.
Beep the barcode.
We beat the barcodes, and that creates.
I know all the things about this, clearly.
Something else I'll call attention to, not only just the paper packing that we're doing, but we are looking for opportunities where we can actually source boxes that are from sustainable resources. So we sent out a lot of these bad boys with our own branding and whatnot, and I'm sure some folks have seen this. But
Whoa, how did you just open that?
it's a cool little auto lock,
What?
like BAM feature.
Whoa.
Yeah, we specifically got it for that reason. No, that just it's small things help create efficiencies in processes like these. So
They add up.
that's that little bit of time there, not taping the bottom of the box, really adds up. And this is sourced from a business called Pratt, and this box is 100% made from 100% post-consumer fiber.
And we sell a lot of small things, so that box goes out a lot, right?
That box goes out a lot. Pens, samples. We use that almost more than it's one of our top 3. I can say that as far as
Nice.
things
So a super sustainable box going out that often, like you just said, it adds up, right?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. So once everything is beeped and booped and checked, then the packing happens, right?
Yeah.
And you were saying that most of the time we use the paper when we can. Shouldn't more be coming out of that?
Yeah, more should be coming out of that.
Do you have to whack? There we go.
Just got that service.
Nice.
That was supposed to be a cool moment.
Hey, I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool.
very
So when do you use that blue plasticky wrappy stuff?
So, we do send out liquids with the ink, so we want to be mindful that people aren't having an experience where their pens or their paper are getting ruined by leaky bottles. So we do use this primarily if someone is ordering a lot of different inks. One thing that we have transitioned to doing more of is actually using these resealable bags for our inks. Because if someone only orders 1 or 2 bottles of inks, we'll put it in here. Now, recycling with plastic can be a bit difficult.
Yeah.
So if you're getting a local pickup or a curbside pickup, some of that stuff may not be able to be recycled by facilities in your area. So that's where, with this, even if it's not something that you can recycle, it is at least something that is reusable. So we're trying to look at that aspect too. Like, okay, we can't completely eliminate the plastic. And we are thinking more critically about how we can reduce our use of plastic. Then we're sending these out. The blue wrap, that's really, if it's a lot of ink, we will wrap those up just to make sure that it doesn't leak and ruin your experience.
Right, because if it leaks and ruins it, then we send out a replacement, which, again, that's carbon footprint right there.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point. There's a lot of things to weigh when you're thinking about sustainability and renewable resources. Like, it's the whole chain. And we are, we're thinking more critically about that.
So once things get packed up and you get the packer card in there, at that point, we just throw everything into a cage.
Yep.
And is that it, or am I missing something?
No, that's it.
Wow. Okay.
Got it.
This is a pretty solid process here, Adam. Not bad. Did I take you away from something important?
No, I was just trying to think if there's anything else that I could mention. I guess the only thing that I will say is, our mission is to prove that business can be personal. So if anyone's looking for a specific experience or there's something that you want individually, you can always just put that in an order comment, and we will work to the best of our ability to fulfill anyone's requests or desires. Because again, our wish is to serve our customers, serve the people who are passionate about these products, bring a smile to their face, and serve not only our customers but also the planet that we live on while we do it.
Absolutely. We're all here together. Fantastic. Well, happy Earth Day, Adam.
Yeah, happy Earth Day.
And thank you for joining me and helping to educate everyone. And if anybody would like to know more, Adam has plenty of other things in that brain of his as far as packing goes. So if you want another video on this, we could probably accommodate that. Certainly, couldn't we?
Yeah, certainly.
Awesome. Alrighty, Katie, thank you so very much.
Happy Earth Day.
I appreciate your time, and I'm sure everybody else does as well. Brandon. Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for that report, Drew. That was really great reporting from Drew.
Yes, top tier reporting going on there. That's right. Do you have an earpiece in your ear?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Or do you have an earache or something? I don't
All
know.
of the above.
Yeah, there you go. So there you go. Great stuff to see. We planned on doing something more in depth. We've actually been planning it for a while, but with the whole pandemic thing going on, we were like, well, this is not really our normal process anyway. So we've been waiting for things to get kind of back to normal. So this is like a little foray into that. If y'all are interested in knowing in even more detail, like how we, do our packing process and stuff like that, we have plans to do something a little more in depth, give us some enthusiasm around it. That'll motivate us more to show you that. But this is a little teaser on your palette here, a little sampler.
And we only had a few people there when I did that today. We usually have more people back there, and all of them are just delightful human beings with a ton of personality. And
we have very pleasant humans in this building. Yeah. Good stuff. Well, thanks for doing that, Drew.
You're very welcome.
Your field reporting skills are bar none.
He says thank you.
What a dork. All right, you want to take the next one?